Hi, welcome back. We made an awesome video yesterday. You should totally check it out. Um, so we did 2023 year in review
We did.
yesterday.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Yep. Please watch it. It's amazing.
We had a good 2023.
Yep.
Lots of good things happening. And so today's topic is
2024 hopes and resolutions.
resolutions.
Yeah, we have like this French joke. We try to make everything fancy.
But yeah, so today we're going to talk a little bit about what we hope for 2024, what we'll be working toward.
Yep.
And how exactly we're going to make that happen. Because you can have goals and want to accomplish things, and then it's not enough to want something, right? It's not like you can want something bad enough and then just magically it happens. No,
That's not how it
works. So we're going to be talking about that. So why don't you start? What's one of the things that you want to try and accomplish in 2024, or you want more of?
Want to learn how to crochet. And I want to crochet like something like a blanket or something.
Wow, that's great. So tell me a little bit about why you want to do that.
I think it's a very useful skill and a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
So I'd love to like get some hats and little things. Oh, and I can also sew stuff for my stuffy. Oh, flop, flop, flop.
Yeah. So it's a useful skill. So that's one of the things that you want to accomplish this year. What else?
And also, you got me a crocheting kit for Christmas.
I did.
So let's make use of that.
did.
And look at these cute little crocheted little ball animal things.
Yeah.
So cute.
Well, when you're learning something, you might as well have fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why we got that. What else have you got on your list?
What if our YouTube channel should be fun learning? So I also want to learn and make 10 recipes and not like toast bread and spread some butter and jam on it recipes, like butter pork recipes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, Chloe likes yummy food.
That's an understatement.
And so one of the ways to ensure that you will always have yummy food to eat is to not rely on somebody else to give you yummy food.
Yeah. Yeah, see, kind of my big vision is that I get to cook breakfast every morning. I get to cook dinner every morning, and I make my own lunch. Maybe like those group lunches that we sometimes have.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes my mom makes like pasta.
Yeah.
Or like pork and rice. We eat it, and it's really yummy.
Yeah, I'll make some fried rice or something.
Yeah, and eat it together.
Yeah, so learning to do that for yourself is a great goal. And you even got really specific. You were like 10. 10 sounds like a good number.
Yes, you can't just say, I'm gonna learn and make recipes, because then you don't really know when you're done. You need to accomplish resolutions.
Yeah.
You just don't need to keep doing them. You need to accomplish them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I have a feeling like most people when they grow up and move to a new house and they're all grown up and stuff, like they just buy fast food, and that's incredibly unhealthy for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so used to healthy food that when we first moved here, actually we just like kept eating like Jack in the Box and McDonald's.
Why were we doing that, by the way?
Because we didn't have like the house set up and we didn't have the kitchen and you couldn't make food. And like
there was a reason.
Like by the fifth or sixth meal, I was like, I'm not having any more of this. Yeah. I'm gonna throw up.
It was like a little too much for our system. So yeah, so you're gonna feel better by being able to cook healthy food.
Yeah.
And anytime you're hungry, like if I'm working or if I'm away or whatever, and you're like, you know what? I'm really hungry now and I'm craving this thing. Guess what? You can just do it.
Yeah, I'm really, really focused on my health this year. That's why I'm in like the healthy cooking for kids, club and the health club.
That's
like, and then there's also there's this little section in Healthy Cooking for Kids Club that's basically like a few healthy desserts you can make.
Ooh, even better.
And I am going to do that.
Perfect.
Well, hang on. I think it costs money though.
No,
I'll pay for it.
We'll check it out. Okay.
And that kind of leads me to my next goal.
Okay.
Like, how am I going to get that money to pay for it? Investing. I'm gonna set up my brokerage account this year.
Yeah.
I am determined. And I'm gonna start investing, which means a lot of research.
Well, it's some research, right? So
okay, yeah.
You don't have to figure
find...
everything out before you start.
Yeah, like, yes. But I need to find the perfect balance between the sheer not costing so much, but me actually getting a lot of money.
So a lot of investing is over the long term.
Yup.
So
I'm very good at long term.
Yes, you are.
Like, I've never spent that much money. I just save it and save it and save it.
So this bodes very well for an investment strategy.
Yeah, like I'm willing to wait.
Right. So that's another wonderful skill to have. You'll be learning a lot about that. Beautiful. Okay, I love that. All right. So tell me anything else? Those are 3 very worthy goals. Are those your main ones, or do you have other things?
2 more, and then like 2 unofficial goals that are like they're not on my New Year's resolutions board, but I'm working on them just as hard. Okay, so the first 2 that are still on my board is learning how to code. Ooh. Yeah, because I wrote in Flutter.
Okay. Yeah, so you've even identified the specific coding language.
Yeah. Good. Because apparently it's really good for beginners and it's really easy to learn. And like everyone I know that codes is doing Flutter.
Cool. So you have a lot of support.
Yeah. So I've been gathering like coding courses over the year, and now I'm gonna work through them.
Beautiful.
Hopefully learn a little every day.
I love this.
And then I think my best friend also set up a Flutter course.
Beautiful.
So I might check that out.
Well, so why coding? Why do you want to do that?
Because I can make my own app.
Oh,
it's kind of crocheting. It's useful, but like it's also fun. Yeah,
useful and fun. That's a winning combination. I love it. Okay.
And it's also like it's also some of the skills that I want my future self to have.
Pause. Let's talk about that. Future self. Tell me about future self.
What do you want to know about future self?
You're like, this is obvious.
Like, no, there's so many different aspects of future self that this video would be an hour.
Yeah. Well, tell me specifically about what you meant there. So your future self as it relates to coding. What did you mean by that?
Like, I want future self to like at least know how to code, to be very good at coding, like occasionally code something.
Yeah. So explain the concept of future self. Like what does that even mean?
Okay, this is the part where I think, isn't it obvious?
Yeah.
Like
let's try to explain it.
Okay, like the person that I want to be.
Yeah,
it's the person I want to be.
Yeah.
But I can't be right now.
Yeah.
But I'm working toward.
Very good. Yeah.
Is that obvious enough?
Well, I think it's a very useful concept because a lot of people have one idea of self, which is who they are right now.
Really? No one has like future selves? It's not always something that people remember or get exposed to. But yeah, thinking we definitely have a past self, right? Are you the same as you were when you were 6? I felt like my 6-year-old self might thought I was an alien. Like I'm a stranger. I'm a stranger to my 6-year-old still.
Because you know more and you're able to do more
Mm-hmm.
and you're more self-aware. And so as future self is very helpful in terms of having an idea of what you want to work toward, as you said. But it's also a way, I heard somebody say that, you know, who their hero is who they are 10 years in the future. What do you think about that?
That's a really good idea.
That's
oh
right.
my goodness, because my hero is my role model.
That's right.
And who I want to be.
Yeah.
10 years in the future is exactly like my role model.
That's right.
Like, exactly.
I love that concept. So wonderful.
Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. And
Yeah.
I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah, I really like that concept, right? So you're not looking externally, exclusively for your hero and who you want to be. It's your hero will be you, but it's always 10 years in the future. In other words, 10 years from now, your hero, your hero
is in the future. That person's hero will be me 20 years in the future.
You got it.
And then 30 years in the future. And 40 years, and you get the point. You get the point.
Yeah, so it's not this static thing, right?
No.
I love that. Okay. You said that there was something else. There was one more thing that was on your list.
I want to finish my story.
Tell me about your story. Is it a short story?
It's not a series.
Okay.
So that kind of and then it's probably less than 100 pages, which makes it a short story in my mind.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is it fiction?
Sci-fi-ish, like a little bit of sci-fi and then mostly fiction. Like
well, sci-fi can be a type of fiction.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's realistic fiction. Not like elves and dragons, but like realistic fiction. Like it didn't actually happen, but it's like realistic. And then there's a little bit of sci-fi in there.
So cool. I cannot wait.
And it's kind of, and it's really boring. I kind of feel it's really boring at the start. And then it gets dramatic, like super dramatic. I love that. I'm at the point of, I'm writing it. And now I'm at the points of starting to get really dramatic. And I've been thinking I should do with it the past few days.
Very cool. So so you want to finish that, and then what? Is it just the satisfaction of having completed it?
Yeah. Or I might read it, proofread it, maybe make some changes, and then I'll eventually publish it.
Try to publish and see.
Sometimes I was so scared that everyone would hate my story that I just got myself through writing by repeating in my head, I don't have to publish it. I don't have to publish it.
Right. One step at a time.
Yep.
Right. So when you finish, you will absolutely have the satisfaction of finishing it. And then at that point, you can make a decision. And also, what do you want to do with it?
Yeah. And also, I also have a reward for finishing my high story. A chair like this, and it's so comfy. I love it so much.
You will get a new office chair.
By the way, I also fawned over this chair like in the last video.
Yeah, that's true.
So you should definitely watch that and see me fawn over this chair even more.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What other things did you have on your list that are not resolutions, but that they're kind of on the periphery here that you want to accomplish?
First, can I get a snack?
No. Let's finish.
All right. Okay.
Just finish breakfast.
But I'm hungry.
Okay.
My taste buds are hungry.
Oh.
And my stomach. My stomach's a little bit hungry, and then my taste buds are a lot hungry.
Okay. So what are the other two things?
And I'm going to be on time. Oh. And this is actually also talked about this last video. Like that's one of the things that I wanted to avoid not being on time. Yeah. And I want to be on time. So very good. Yay.
And what's the other thing? Or was there anything else?
There was one more thing.
Okay.
I'm planning to change my like morning and evening routine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So like I've already did that
Okay.
with my morning routine.
I know you've been doing that.
Yeah,
the last few days.
I've been doing like every time I wake up, I do some stretching on my yoga mat, do my prayers, do some meditation, and I
Good.
do all the things I regularly do, like dress, make my bed, empty the dishwasher, set the table, blah 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 blah
Blah,
blah
blah, blah.
blah.
And what are you planning for an evening routine?
Um,
Or do you still need to work that out?
well, see, the tricky part is the schedule I want to achieve is only possible when I'm 13.
Because of the bedtime?
Because I to change it, I need to have a bedtime of 9 o'clock and wake up at 6 o'clock.
Well, let's.
I do have like 10 hours of sleep at addition of that plan.
In addition,
but I haven't looked at it in quite a while.
That's something we can talk about and work on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll work on it.
So one thing that I'd like to ask you is, these are beautiful, beautiful goals, and you in working toward those things, you will become a better person, a better version of yourself, right? But what type of habits do you need to
I was just about
employ?
To ask, like, can we talk about Atomic Habits a little?
Let's talk about Atomic Habits.
Oh, yes. Okay. Guys, it's the best book ever, except for Keeper of the Lost City.
Wow. Okay.
And it's nonfiction.
Nonfiction.
And if any of you know me at all, you know that I love fiction so much. So it's so rare for me to rate a nonfiction book so highly.
Yeah. So what is Atomic Habits?
So basically, the message of the book is like, everyone is like, I think most people are like, they set a resolution and they're gonna do it, and they're gonna do it in one big push.
Yes.
But it's actually, or make a new habit, like they're gonna do it and instantly do it, and they're gonna live with that habit for the rest of their life. No,
it's just gonna happen, right?
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Like you need to build it a little every single day,
right?
And that's how it works. Like, you work on your resolutions a little bit every single day.
So tell me a little bit about, let's pick one of your resolutions, and so pick one.
Crocheting a blanket.
Crocheting a blanket is your goal. What type of habits do you need to implement in 2024 in order to be the person who can crochet a blanket? If you want to be that person, if that is part of your future self, your future self, somebody who crochets a blanket, needs to have different habits than you have today, which is a person who doesn't crochet blankets. So what are those habits, do you think? What are some ideas about things that you might implement?
Well, first, we might we have that crocheting kit, right? Yeah, so we can just work on that like once a week. And after that, I could start a crocheting project, work at that a little every single day until it's finished. And I know like all the things, the basic things that you need to crochet anything.
Okay, so let's finish this sentence. In 2024, I will be the person who blank.
Knows how to crochet a blanket.
Well, what is the habit version of that? I am a person who blanks.
Works on a crocheting project every day.
Every day?
Or I'm a person who like does a little bit of my crocheting kit every week.
Perfect.
And one thing about that
Mm-hmm.
that me and mom actually talked about for this video was that, like, oh no, you know what that happens when you're like about to say something and then you forget what you're about to say. Hang on.
We should play the Jeopardy music. Do 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 do.
Jeopardy music. Anyway, like, oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So, like, you also want to actually progress. You don't want to be like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do these little habits every day. But at the end of whatever time period, say a year, at the end of 2024, like, let's just use an example. Like, if I say right now, I am going to learn how to crochet a blanket and do all of these little habits.
Yeah.
To build up to crocheting a blanket. But at the end of the year, what if I still, I need to learn, I need to know how to crochet, right? Like that if I don't, that was a waste of my time. And like,
you have to have something to show for it.
Like, the end of this little session, like at the end of like, if I start crocheting project,
right,
I need to say at the end of that, like, I know now how to start crocheting a blanket or something.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. You know how to do a thing, or you're a person who does a thing, or
so maybe if you're doing something like that, at the end of each little mini session thing, you need to say, I'm a person who now knows to blank whatever you learned during that session.
Very good. Very good.
This was a very deep video.
Yeah, pretty deep, right? Yeah. And so, well, that's awesome. I think you are setting yourself up for a very, very good 2024.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
It's a little hard to reflect.
Yeah.
In the past. But what's really fun for me, at least, is looking forward to all the things I'm learning and all the things I get to do and all the ways that I'm improving next year.
Yeah, totally.
This is why I was looking forward more to this video than I was to the last video. And I think the last video turned out great. It's one of our best videos, in my opinion. But I think this might be the best video.
Well, you make a good point. I think what is particularly useful about reflecting on the past is the questions that we asked about what do we want to do less of in the future? What do we want to do more of in the future? Reflecting on the past just to think about it and wallow in it, not so much. But if we're learning lessons, then it's super helpful.
Yeah. Because that's always how I reflect. But it's so long and hard, and it hurts my brain. And it's so fun to fantasize about the future.
Yeah. No, that's right. And then, doing the hard work is in doing the things, right? To make the future a reality.
I just realized whenever I say the past, I imagine the 1800s. And whenever I see the future, I imagine like a glittering silver utopia that where robots are like servants and everyone has one, and like it's like the year 21,000.
Wow.
That's like very far in the future. I'll probably live to there, actually.
21,000?
2100. 2100. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
2100. Hang on. Yeah, 2000. 2100. 2100. Okay, that's it. Okay. That's
awesome. 21,000, like, wow.
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure the Earth will survive that point. Okay. We're optimists.
Okay, so if you had to, what are your parting thoughts about some things that people should keep in mind when they think about 2024 and how they want to set their own resolutions?
Okay. Well, actually, I have 3 things.
Okay.
Number 1, this isn't actually about 2024. This is about 2023. Actually reflect and learn from 2023 so you can be better in 2024.
Great.
Number 2, like you should have like these little steps. You don't have to accomplish it in one big swoop.
That's right.
Like,
very good.
You can just have these little habits every day or every week.
Perfect.
And number 3, have something to actually show for it.
Yeah.
Work and learn and do stuff.
Have something. Yeah. No, that's great.
Don't sit around watching video games all day.
No, right. Unless you're making a video game.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you're coding an app.
Yeah. Unless you're doing that and you're actually learning from the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Don't laze around.
All right. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. Have a wonderful 2024, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. I'm getting a snack now.